Nox Box, everything you need to take your game from the box to the board.
Hi guys, this is Nock himself and Cordial Rob here today to open up the brand new GW Logan Grimnar on Stormrider. So there's a bit of a controversy on this model because of the whole idea of wolves pulling a chariot. So we're interested to see what it's going to be like inside. And so we're going to open it up and let you see.
The new GW set comes in 3 sprues and a base. They've got a new format for their booklet, so it includes the stats for the character and his vehicle, and they've changed how they do some of their construction, so it's a lot more simple to follow with the way and how to do it. Okay, one standard base. On this sprue we've got the chariot, so you've got the underneath with its different array of, well, suspenders and anti-grav plates. The top of the base, this is quite an interesting one because on the fluff for this, the stone in the middle actually comes from their homeworld, so Logan is always fighting on a piece of Fenris. The sides of the chariot are quite nice, so on this one it's got him depicting fighting the Kraken on Fenris, and on the other side it's got a plaque from the First War of Armageddon where the Space Wolves fought the Khornate demons. On the base here you've got the pieces of rock for the base which these wolves will be running on, as well as additional bits of decoration for the chariot. This is one of the connecting pieces from the chariot to the wolves, as they've done quite an interesting thing with the wolves that some people are maybe a bit picky about. But this is one of the harnesses for the wolves. Fluff wise, it's been put that they couldn't imagine someone putting a collar on these wolves, so what they've done is on the bodies there'll be latching points, so one there and one there, and basically it's a set what looks like pistons as they pull it along. You've got 2 wolves in this. You've got a male wolf which is Fenrir, and if I just quickly move to the other sprue, you've got a female wolf, Trinak, as they are siblings. An amusing bit on this is that the pelt that the character is wearing is actually their father's. You know, because it's traditional or something. But no, there's quite a difference in the 2 bodies of the wolves. But what I quite like is with the way the fur's done, they'll come up really nice with inking and dry brushing. If you turn over and look at the feet, you've actually got the pads being put on with actual texture, which is very, very nice. A nice little bit of detail there.
These new plastic kits that GW are producing at the moment really are impressive, aren't they? It's so far forward when you think of the older kind of Night Goblin sprues. This is, yeah.
Right, here we have Grimnar's body and cape, which I really like because it's really nicely textured, and that should be very nice to paint. Some people have been a bit iffy about him having, if I've got the back of it, and the 2 sides of the wolf, I wouldn't say skull, but it's an iconography, but it leaves quite a striking display when you see him. On the side is shields, and those are depicting some of the houses from, or battle groups of the Space Wolf chapter. And you've got his rather nice axe, which is the Axe of Mordecai, which is an old Chaos axe that they got, and they've reforged. And in the artwork, it's shown as red and crackling, as if it's sort of trying to melt and break free.
Oh, fantastic.
Which is, you know, rather good. If I can just quickly find it, on his wrist, yeah, there it is his Storm Bolter, so he can hold both his axe with both hands, which is quite a nice effect. And if I can just find it, there it is. There's his face, which is quite nice, and I like how they've managed to do the hair quite textured. Because one thing people sometimes argue with plastics is you can't get undercuts very well, but this one's turned up quite nicely. So, yeah.
So, fantastic. All in all, it looks like a pretty good kit, doesn't it?
It does.
And I like the way GW are moving forward with this. It has some elements where it's very static, you haven't got a lot of modelling options, but the detail they've put in is fantastic.
one of the nice things about this is that you can model him standing on just a standard base, and then have the kits separate, so you can either decide to play with him or without him, because I believe he's now a Lord of War in the new codex.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's got, if I just quickly read through the stats, so he's weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 5, strength 4, toughness 4, wounds 4, initiative 5, attacks 5, leadership 10 with 2+ save. And then the chariot is ballistic skill 3, front armor 12, side armor 12, rear armor 12, and 3 hull points. So it's actually going to be quite nasty, because basically when you shoot him, the defending player is going to choose that most of your weak shots are just going to bounce off the chariot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's quite a nice way.
As a last thing before we go, I really like the way they've done the new back on the box. The new artwork pops up nicely, and the way they've laid out how the paints go is rather good. So it gives you a good idea of how, with a bit of skill, you can get this miniature up and running.
Yeah, all the new artwork, new styles they're doing for the boxes, and the new way they're doing the plastic sprues is all a really good step forward, and I'm really interested to see what GW bring out next. So I'll just give you a bit of a closer look at that. So this is Cordial Rob and Knock himself for Knoxbox. Thank you for joining us for our unboxing.
We'll see you next week, probably.
Absolutely.
Remember to subscribe to the channel and like us on Facebook for all of your gaming needs.